So in this lesson, I will take you through the entire editing process from importing your media all the way to exporting the final video. We'll use everything we have learned so far: organization, cutting, audio, color, titles, effects, and put it into practice. The first thing we are going to do is importing and organizing our media. Don't forget that. So I'm going to create my bin, which is my folder. So let's name this footage. So in this project, I'm going to be bringing background music or sound. So I'm going to name this sound. I'm going to be bringing sound effects. Okay, I think those three things. I don't think I'll be using graphics. So if you are going to be needing anything, we are still going to create a folder for it. So first things first, let's import our footage. So I have this footage that I'm going to be working with. Is the fashion weekend, GTCO fashion weekend. So I'm just going to be bringing some clips we can work with inside this panel right here. So these are footage. Now I'm going to bring in my sound. I'm going to be needing some background music. So if I'm not satisfied with that, I'm going to bring in this background music. I'm going to bring in some sound effect. I open the folder, bring in sound effect. I'm going to be needing just drag and drop right here. So that's the first thing we need to do, which is importing and organizing our media. Now the next thing is to build the rough cut. The first thing we need to do is first building the rough cut. So the process, you bring in your footage into the new sequence, then you start trimming down your content, remove pauses, mistake or extras. That is rough cut. So you focus on the story flow, beginning, middle, and end. Let's bring in our footage. Before I drag it into my timeline, I can just double click it right here to view it from my source monitor. Then I can see the place I actually want to drag in or not. Okay, so I'll just preview it here. So me previewing it here, I will just add my in point and out point. That is the place I actually want to bring in and the place I don't want. So instead of bringing it to my timeline and be watching it there and doing the cutting, no, I can just view it in my source monitor, just look at where I want and where I don't want. So I just create an in point and out point, then I just drag. So when I'm not dragging it on my timeline, I can still further with my cutting, but this one will help me just to narrow it down first of all. Okay, so let's do this. So this is going to be my in point. So my in point, I just press I on my keyboard. Okay, continue. So right there, let's say is mine. I'm okay with this footage. So just press O on your keyboard. So that's my in point and out point. Then I just drag it onto my timeline. So it will start here and end here. Okay. So let's go to the second footage. So let's say this one right there, I want it to start from, let's say here.
Straight down and you will find
I want you to start from there.
Yes, be ready to have your mind opened up and learn to
Okay, I think from this place that I accidentally
turn around.
yeah, I like that. So that's my out point. Drag and drop on my timeline. I'll go to another one here. So this one right here, from the place she's working in. She's working in right now to this place. Yeah, I think I'm good right here. So this is my out point. Press just drag and drop. Actually don't need the audio, but I'm just putting everything there. I'm just going to mute the audio when I get there. So this one right here, I think I'm okay with from here. Let's say I don't need much here. I really don't need I don't think I need this clip. Okay, I don't think I need this clip, so just go to another clip. So I think yeah. Okay, I think this one right here, from this place to this place. Yeah. Okay, I just need small. So just drag and drop. Then this one, I think I like this one. Yeah. It's very good clip. I think I like everything about this clip. So just drag and drop. Okay, so that's it. So let's now go back to our timeline right here. So for this project right there, I actually want you to start from those 3 ladies. So I just drag this one to the end, and this will be my intro. Yeah. So just, I like this one, then drag it right here. So let's do some starting from this place. Okay, where do you want to turn? I'll just cut it. Don't forget, you can just click on your razor tool here to cut, or you press C on your keyboard. So just cut right here, click on V or selection tool to and delete. Okay, so this is our starting point for this project. You can use plus or minus to zoom in and out of your timeline, and you can also use the slider here to go in and out of this project. So let's drag this to the beginning. So this is where my project is starting. So as they turn like this, I just cut it right here. You can press Ctrl K on your keyboard to cut. So I'll just click on this one and press delete. So don't forget, what we are doing is we are still doing some rough cuts. So let's go to the second footage right there, which is this one. So this lady walk. So as they turn like this lady is just walking. Yeah. Okay. So as the camera is going up again, yeah, like there, just cut it. Yeah, I like it right there. So just press delete here. Then I have our third clip right here, which is this guy right here. So from there, we now move to our lady right here. Don't forget, all these ones are just normal cuts. We have not even had transition or anything, but it's just cut. You can see the power of just cutting your clip in the right space. So as this camera is moving to the side like this, actually to the side like this, before it shows that person, I'll just cut it right here. Yeah, delete it, then bring our last footage right here. So it's just continue the story like that. Yeah. Yeah. I think we are good like that. So now if you want to, sometimes, depending on what you are working on, if you press your space bar, play back, see it right there.
About to get started. If you're sleeping on it, do not procrastinate. I know that you're busy shopping for yourselves, but Lulu Kennedy.
Okay.
Lulu Kennedy.
Yeah, like this. we have used our code, our rough code, to actually tell the story, as you can see. So that's it. That's the first thing you need to do, is to build the rough cut. Now this works for any kind of footage, whether it's film, social media content, if this project have a dialogue, let's say like you're editing a podcast, this is how you do your first cut. You remove mistakes, pauses, or even extras. If this one is like a talking head video or a podcast, there will be pauses, there will be mistakes. So you watch it and you remove everything. Now, let's say I want to add transition to this. I actually like the cut. I don't even want to add transition. But let's say I want to add transition to this clip right here. And the transition I'm going to add is going to be, go to your effect right here. I'm just going to be okay with just dissolve. Yes, dissolve transition will do it for me. So from this clip right here, I want to go to this clip. I will prefer a deep to white instead of cross dissolve. So it will dip from this place, then it will just go to this one right there. Yeah, then from this one going to this place, I'll just leave it as it is right here. Just cut, just straight cut, enter into this one, then going to this place, I will just use cross dissolve because they kind of have the same background. Yeah, so just cross dissolve into this one. Yeah, then this one also cross dissolve because it's same background and it will fit in perfectly. You see? And the end of the clip right here, as it's ending, I'll just add deep to black to the end of the clip. So when you end like this, everything will just end in black. Now, if you want to do a playback and your footage is shaking or is lagging like this, you can just come here to reduce the playback resolution to maybe 1/8 or 1/16 instead of full. If it's full, it can be very lagging. And if another thing you can also do is just come to sequence right here and click on render in to out. So when you render in to out, it will render all the effect right here and it will make your playback to go smoothly and you can see what you are doing. So I'm just going to render this one into out right now so we can see, so you can play it and without any lag. So after rendering into out right now, you can see the green bar here. That it shows that it has rendered into full maximum. It has rendered. So if I play back right now, it will be very smooth. So you can see our effect that we just added. Just very smoothly. As you see, everything just. I'm going to mute the audio track for track 1 right now because the background is just noise. There's no dialogue there, so you can just watch it. So as you can see, that was just a straight cut to that. Then we have a dissolve, cross dissolve. So that's how to tell your story. You can use basic cut or your transition. As you can see, I didn't use cross dissolve in that place. Just so you have to make sure you use it to enhance your story, not to distract it. So and that's like this footage right now is kind of shaky, but it's not really that obvious. So if you have a very shaky footage, and there's a way to to stabilize a shaky footage in Premiere Pro. I'll show you right now. So this you see the transition at the end, just dip to black, just close the story like that. So if you have a very shaky footage, The way to do that, to stabilize it to some extent, is to go to your effect right here, then search for warp stabilizer. So warp stabilizer is an effect that will help you to stabilize your footage. So just drag it on that clip. If you drag it on it, it will analyze it, as you can see, and it will stabilize it for you. But I'm okay, I don't need to stabilize it right now, just for this lesson. So that's how to stabilize your footage. That's how to do your importing, your organization, and your rough cuts. But this clip right there, we don't have any dialogue, okay? So I'm going to work with background sound, background music, and sound effects. So let's go to audio mix and sound. So don't forget, in my project panel here, I have my sound. I have two sounds here. Let me check this out. You can just listen to your sound also here, just the way you use your, as you can see, this is a build up. This is a build up sound. So let's check the second one. Don't forget also, it can be music, it can be anything, okay? So it doesn't have to be, yeah, it can be music, yeah. But okay, so another thing, you can also like just drag and drop it and just play it. Just look at how it tells the story, if it goes well. Don't forget, you can also slow down your footage. You can do the speed ramping and all that. But I don't think I want to slow down this footage. I like the pacing. Yeah, it's good. But for me, this sound is not enhancing the story. Let me check the second one. This is kind of cool. It's kind of cool, but I think we can still get a better background music. So let's check. Yeah, I kind of like this. This is a hip hop sound. Yeah. Kind of like this. Yeah, I like this one. So I think we can still work with this. But if you can see, if you check your audio level here, you see that it's according to what we did for our sound, for our background music. This level is too much for a background music, okay? For a background sound. So we are going to reduce the level. It's not supposed to be hitting this level at all. So we're going to reduce it right now. Just enlarge it over here, then just reduce it by just dragging this one down right here. Can still drag it down a little bit. But don't forget, we don't have a dialogue in this. So we can still leave it above a little bit. But in case we have a dialogue, it's not so. It will come down. We're going to do our audio docking and everything. So we keyframe it. Then whenever there is a dialogue, there will be the sound will come down automatically when we dock it against dialogue, just like we did in the lesson when we did audio. But right now, I think we are good with this level. Yeah. So let's bring in some sound effects. So I like this cinematic transition whoosh. I just bring it in. I just add it to the third audio track right here. So just let's see how it look like. As you can see, I'm going to add it to everywhere there is a transition, okay? So from this place, as you can see, you see, as there's a transition, there's also that sound effect that bring the attention to that transition from one clip to another. And let's view it again. So you can see, very beautiful, very beautiful. So I'm going to do it for, I'm just going to copy, just click on Alt and just drag to the right. It will automatically duplicate itself, or just simply Ctrl C and Ctrl V for copy and paste. So let's do for this guy too. So just let's move this one forward a little bit. We have, as you can see, very beautiful. But this one, they move closer to each other. So I'll just bring this one for this one instead of that one. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So I'll bring it here also. Hold on, Alt, right click, then drag to wherever you want it. So this is where the transition starts. I'll just drag my sound effect to this place. As you can see, it brings attention that something has changed. So that's how to use the transition. So you can see, if we have a dialogue now, let's say we have a dialogue. This is going to be our dialogue track, our sound, then our sound effect will be under it. That's how to add it to your track. Let's move forward to color correction and color grading. Okay, now the first thing we need to do is to balance our exposure and our white balance, right? Now after that, we are going to add our creative grade using LUTs or manual adjustment. Now let's first balance our exposure and our white balance. Okay, so I'll just do for this first clip, then we are going to just copy and paste the attributes, just like we did. So just go to Window, click on Workspace, click on Color. We're going to go to Basic Correction, okay? So we are just going to, so for this clip, actually, I won't be doing much on the color correction. I'll just click on white balance here to balance the white. Then I'll look for where there is white on this clip, then to balance the white. So there's a white here, just click on it. So I've already balanced. I think I'm good with this. So I can just reduce the exposure a little bit to -1. Yeah. Then the highlight, just reduce it a little bit to -3. Just reduce it a little bit. I'm going to reduce the shadow a little bit also. Then my whites, just reduce it a little bit. Then going to do the contrast a little bit. I'm going to increase the contrast a little bit. Then for saturation, I'm just going to increase it a little bit. Yeah, just to bring out the color temp, to bring out the saturation. Yeah, I think we are good. Yeah, for now I'm good with the correction. Okay, so instead of doing it one by one for all the clip, just right click, just copy, click on this guy right here, then just paste the attributes. Just paste the attributes. Just click on OK. So you have pasted the same thing here. Same thing for this guy. Just paste the attributes. Click on OK. Come here, right click, paste the attributes. Click on OK. Yeah. Then come here, paste the attributes. So we have do our color correction right here, depending on your style and everything you want to do. So it does not have a one-way thing. Okay. After the color correction, we are going to now add our creative style. That is the look and feel of what you actually want to use. So we're going to, instead of trying to like do for one clip, just like we did for the color correction, you can actually use what we call adjustment layer. So I'm going to be teaching you how to use adjustment layer. Now, adjustment layer is a layer that you just add onto the clip right here. Then if you add any effect, it will affect all the clip automatically instead of trying to do it one by one on the clip right here. So just come over here. Don't forget you can enlarge this one or decrease it. So just come over here, click on new item, or just come outside of this place, right click on new item. So just click on adjustment layer. Now, depending on your video setting, it will be the same setting that we are going to have here. So just click on OK. So this is your adjustment layer. So just drag onto the timeline above all the clips. Okay? Above all the clips. Then just drag it all the way. Now, whatever you add onto this adjustment layer automatically will affect all the clips below it. Instead of putting your color grade on one by one, just add it to the adjustment layer. So everything under it will automatically have that effect. Okay, so that's the way to work smart. Now let's add our LUT. Okay, so just come here to creative. So you can just come here and click on. So if you have anyone you want to use here, but me, I have a lot on. I have some LUTs over here. So just go to download. I have some that I've downloaded. So I have some here. Golden LUTs. So you can download it online. So this is some traditional LUTs here. Just click on Rec 709. So I just double click on it right now. So automatically it will affect my clip. As you can see, it's already there. So if I just toggle on the output right now, it's gone. If I click on it back, it's back. So this effect has been added to all my clip. So because I just have instead of adding it one by one. So this is how to work smart. Now that you have added your LUT over here, I'm just going to reduce the intensity. For me, the intensity right now is 100. So I'm just going to reduce the intensity to 50. Yeah, so it won't be too much. Yeah, we have the faded thing. But for me, I just, reduce the intensity. Or you can just come to effect control over here and just reduce the intensity. Same thing over here and over there. So until you are okay with the results. So I think I'm okay right now with the result. So that's how to add your color correction and color grading. The next thing we are going to do is add titles and graphics. We want to add intros and lower third essential graphics. Just go to window, click on caption and graphics, which is going to be our essential graphics. Let's say we want to add graphics right now. Some titles. Make sure that you use consistent font and motion for clean looks. I want to use template from my template over here. So I just drag and drop on my clip. So any template you want to use, I just drag and drop. So just double click on it. So let's say GTCO fashion. So let's say this is my title right here. I can change the font. So I want to change the font to copper black. GTCO fashion weekend. Then the weekend too. Same font. Okay. Can click on this. Can give it a shadow. Okay, there's already a shadow. So I think I'm good with this. Okay. So this is my title right here. As you can see, the sound design under this transition also enhance the title as it's coming out. And this is a graphics title inside Premiere Pro that I just use. So instead of me trying to design and wasting time, just use a template that makes sense. So this is a beautiful title, and it has a very good intro and outro. Now let's go to once you are actually okay with your design and your timeline and everything, so you can just determine your in point and out point. So your in point is where your footage starts. This one started from the beginning, and your out point, which is where your clip ends. As you can see, the background sound is longer than the footage. So if you want to export right now, if you don't use in point and out point, it will export everything that is on the timeline. So in case you have a very long timeline and you just want to export a particular section, this will help you to just select that particular point. Or better still, just trim it. Okay? And always use your slider here to see the end, to make sure that it is properly in your out point, because sometimes your out point might be like this and you might be thinking maybe it's here, so your out point, and sometimes it may be out, so just zoom in to see it very well. So once you watch your clip over and over again and you are satisfied with what you are seeing, okay, the next thing, which is the final, after the final touches, is to export. Because if you don't export it, you can't have the final output. So to export right now, go to File and click on Export. Then click on Media. First method. Another method is just come over here and click on Export. So just come over here and click on Export. So this is the export setting. First is just to rename your footage. Let's say I want to just name it GTCO Fashion Weekend. Okay. So this is your location of where your footage is going to be. So you use this format H.264. That is the standard format to keep your video footage. Okay. Then make sure that you export in high quality 1080p HD footage. Okay. Or you can export in 4K, but either 1080p or 4K export setting. So when you are good with this, then come to video. Make sure you click on match source. So the basic footage here, it will match the source of what you are doing inside your clip. So click on match source. So it will match the source. Then make sure you click on render at maximum depth. To render at maximum depth. So once you check all this, as you can see here, you see source in/out. So if you have a longer timeline and you have already set your in and out, so just click on in and out here. So it will, or you want to export the entire source or your work area, but in and out right here. So it's going to just export what is the in and out. Then this is the estimated file of your clip. So this is going to be your video output. This is the summary. Okay. So and once you are satisfied with all of this, just click on export. Then your export begins. So it will give you the estimated time for the exporting. Then you are good to go. In the bonus section of this lesson, I'm going to teach you how to export for social media, Instagram, TikTok and everything, how to export for various social media. So we are going to do that. So, and that's it. You have just edited a full project from start to finish. So I'll see you in the next lesson.